Zoo Tycoon did not have them. Zoo Tycoon 2 did not have them. And here we are with Planet Zoo and we still do not have them. Where are the pelicans in zoo games? They're big, they're well known, they stick out among the other typical zoo game birds, and they are also kind of goofy looking. And of course they're also a very common sight in real life zoos. Missing flight mechanics or aviary systems is often claimed by people to be the reason we don't see more birds than we do, even though there could be other reasons. But flying is not important at all for pelicans in a zoo game setting. While you can occasionally find them in aviaries in real life where they can fly, you will more often see them in open enclosures like those of flamingos, or even sometimes housed with flamingos. And when they are allowed to fly, you'll not see it happen often. So they're similar to birds like cranes, peafowls and flamingos from a gameplay perspective. They'll fit right into a habitat as they are. And if you want an aviary, then it is already possible to build one. Pelicans really should be one of the most obvious birds to include in a zoo game, yet they are always forgotten about in our otherwise fantastic games. The Zoo Tycoon games even decided extinct species of birds were more logical inclusions over pelicans. And when it comes to Planet Zoo, it actually looks like they were being considered by Frontier when the game was first being planned, judging by this picture, which is some early concept art for the game. Here we can see what very much looks like pelicans. And while they could just have been part of the base game or deluxe edition, we have also seen plenty of DLCs they could have been a part of. With 8 species of pelicans found across the world, you can attach them to a lot of topics. Let's go through the DLCs and see where they could have joined in. And don't forget to leave the video a like if you also miss pelicans in Planet Zoo. So here it is, the Pelican it fit in list. Let's go. Pelican. We are starting out with a no. There are no pelicans in the Arctic, so I guess we don't really need to go deeper into that. Pelican. While it is probably not the continent you most often associate with pelicans, they are represented by the brown pelican and the Peruvian pelican. Pelican. Australia got their own species of pelican with the fitting name Australian Pelican. Pelican. Pick your favorite and put it into this pack. They are of course all semi-aquatic, just like the species in the aquatic pack. Pelican. A few different species can be found in this region depending on how you define it, but the one you'll most likely find breeding here is the spot-billed pelican. Pelican. Pelicans are often associated with Africa, and there's also some species which you can find here. The pink-backed and of course the great white pelican are both to be found in big parts of the continent. And I also feel like bringing up the pelican's closest relatives here, which are also from Africa. The hammercop and of course the always popular shoebill. Pelican. The brown pelican and of course the American white pelican are to be found in this continent. Pelican. And while you might not associate Europe with pelicans, they are here in form of the Dalmatian pelican and also the great white pelican. Pelican. I don't need to explain this, do I? Pelican. We're going to make this a can since none of the pelican species are considered endangered, although you can find some conservational work related to pelicans. Perhaps? Well, the animal lineup was rather weird in this pack to begin with, so the fact that some species of pelicans forage for food at night might be good enough for this. Don't we all want a Pelican Gargoyle stature? Pelican. I'm not going into the species here, but you can find pelicans around grassland areas in various locations. Again, a bit of a matter of definition, I guess. Pelican. Most of the pelicans can be found in areas seen as tropical. So the themes for sure can't be the reason we don't have a pelican yet. But sadly we missed out on all these opportunities in the past, but let us hope there is a spot for one in the future. Do you think we'll ever see an official pelican in Planet Zoo? And which species do you hope for the most? Let me know in the comments. Or maybe even tell me which other kinds of animals you find it weird that we have not seen yet. Some animals are just too logical inclusions to be left out. And when it comes to birds, we are far behind. So Frontier, please let us have the pelican. Pelican.